helpful, am I not?
Sarkorian Faith book. Some random loot. Magical armor of some kind. Mukluk identified it. How? Wait, someone asked me earlier, how are we identifying? I don't see a dice roll there. It just says Mukluk identified. What's the armor? Lady Kalandra's chain shirt. +2 mithril. +2? This early in the game. That's pretty insane. Does she have armor? 5. Okay, cool. Alright.
As it should be.
There's some good loot in that room.
I am helpful.
Nice.
Am I not?
Oh, everybody stop. What was the button for stop? G.
Well. Now, what is that?
Oh my god. This whole place is rigged to blow.
I hope you appreciate this.
Oh my gosh.
I am helpful, am I not?
You talk a
I
lot.
am helpful, am I not?
You don't have to say that every time.
I hope you appreciate this.
Ooh, composite longbow. Oh, did Muck just get a new bow? What is this? Entrapping longbow. 2 to 9. Whenever this +1 longbow confirms a critical hit, all enemies in a 10 feet area must pass a reflex saving throw or become entangled. Grab their ankles! Am I helpful? Sometimes, Enotic. I don't know that you've done anything today, but, you know, sometimes. Okay, we got everything in there. Tapping that quick save. I think we found our missing dude. Hold on, I'll talk to you as soon as I'm done pillaging the room. Got my priorities. Teldon. The old man looks around absent-mindedly, shrinks away to get closer. His head seems to shake uncontrollably, but his hands are surprisingly deft and assured as they level a magic wand at you. Stay back! Which are you, robber or demon? Hey, 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 take it easy, Gramps. That's the way it is, eh? You see horns and you think thief or demon. Quit scaring the old man, dummy. Have you seen your horns? How should I put this? Don't exactly inspire trust in a city that's currently overrun with demons. This guy's blind.
A new arrival.
I'm not going to hurt you. The old man goggles at you in terror, yet but he doesn't lower his wand. A rustling comes from somewhere behind him. Rats. The old man wheels around fearfully and peers in the direction the sound came from. The hand holding the wand gradually falls to his side. When he turns back to you, there is no fear in his expression, only vague confusion. I'm sorry, I was distracted. What were we talking about? Who are you? I think he grows distraught and mindful as though he's on the verge of crying. I forget. His gaze falls on a piece of cloth carefully stitched to his cloak, which reads Teldon, Tower of Estrad Museum Custodian. Aha! I am Teldon, the custodian here. Oh, this isn't the blind guy. My memory isn't what it used to be. My faculties are failing me, but at one time my mind could cut like a diamond. I was a battle mage, one of the few who survived the Battle of the Lost Chapel. But I'm an old man now. Sometimes I set my keys down one moment, and the next I can't remember where I've put them. With a pleased smile, the old man pulls a hefty set of keys from his pocket and proudly shows them to you. Here they are, my keys, my little lovelies. I would never give you away to anyone. Remembering himself, the old man hastily stows the keys back in his pocket. What are the keys for? Oh, these keys are for everything. I can open every door in the tower with these. The museum custodian on duty must carry these keys at all times and never be parted with them, not even for a second. And why is that? Because if the keys are left unattended, they would be pinched by thieves, wouldn't they? Thieves would strip the museum of all its treasures. What are you all looking at me for? Wolcham exclaims indignantly. Give me the keys. Out of the question. According to museum protocol, the custodian does not have the right to hand over the keys to another. I am personally responsible for the safety of the exhibits and the storeroom. Diplomacy. But I have to roll a 12 out of 20 or higher. Don't you understand? This museum holds things that could help in the fight against the demons. Succeeded! Chat. We had a... Was it great? We had like a, what, 40% chance at success there. Biting his lip, the old man holds out the keys to you. You're right. I'm just an old duffer. Take whatever will help you. Go defend our city. Why did the demons spare you? Demons? There have been no demons in this museum. I heard them breaking into the tower, but then everything went quiet. Then a polite young fellow came along, a half-elf. He said Canabras was under attack, but that the Crusaders had already recaptured the tower. He said he'd been sent out to oversee the evacuation of the museum. He was very pleased to find me here. I proved a very useful resource. I showed him all the most valuable relics, explained what they were, and he wrapped them up, labeled them, and carried them off somewhere. You idiot. And I've been here all this time. I locked the doors and stood guard to make sure no demon got in. But I've seen not a one of them. Haven't heard any either. I've grown hard of hearing over the years. That half-elf was a demon worshipper. What do you mean, demon worshipper? The fine young lad, so dressed, so polite. But he said the Crusaders... Oh, my word, the relics! We must go after them! The old man works himself into a state, bittering lamentally as he roots through his many pockets, but the outburst doesn't last long. The motion of his hand slows and the awareness fades from his eyes. He stares off into the distance and looks at you. Sorry, did you say something? Go back to Defender's Heart. There's good people there. They'll look after you. His gaze falls upon the traces of the ransacking. The old man becomes lost in thoughts as though they're trying to find an explanation of what he's seeing. You know what happened here, don't you? Thieves, they were, prowling about, wanted to rob the museum, but I stopped them. Those ne'er-do-wells came in here, and I gave them what for, a dose of battle magic. They won't be back, don't you worry about me, I may be old, but I can still hold my own. Okay, I gotta go. So, I thought this was the blind guy that one dude wanted me to visit. The dwarf. The storyteller. But I was wrong. Mini Muck must have awesome bedtime story time if Muck wasn't reading to him every night.
I'll go ahead.
Is that the whole tower? Wait, there's something in there I missed. Okay. I guess that's this whole place. Not a lot in here.
I know the way.
The whole basement, I guess? All right. Buckler +1. Vision of Targona, you brought us back to awaking. Greetings. Why did you help me? A soft smile appears on the woman's face. I sense something in you, as if you are close to me somehow, like we stood shoulder to shoulder once in the face of evil, and that we must do so again. I'm guessing the light of that sword. I sense the light dwells within you. Very recently, you were threatened by a powerful demon of dark bloodlust tried to enslave your soul, but you opposed it and held fast. Continue to follow the path of light, and other righteous souls will aid you and follow you. Okay. Who are you? Not who, what? Memories. This place was created as a cradle of memory and fantasy. The things that belonged to the city's heroes were kept here. People used to come to this place to remember those heroes, and myself and the others are living memories. You woke us, so here we are. Your memories of who? Of the heroes the city wished to immortalize. Go touch a memory. See how they remember us. After all, this place was created so that our names would never disappear into the mists of history. I wish I could say that we have not dishonored your memory, but Canabras lies in ruins, and we... But you fearlessly battle the invaders with no thought for yourself. You have earned no censure. We are proud of you. Right. In the olden days, mortal kind lost to the demons time after time after time, and now their descendants are continuing their losing streak. How could they not be proud of that? Woljif, time and a place. Farewell, Vision. Farewell. The power that gives us the semblance of life is running out, and soon we will once again be but memories, living only in words, pictures, and songs. None will escape my all-seeing eye. Inquisitor Helrune fights a shadow demon that he exorcised from a soldier's body.
Follow my lead.
It's like just different stories on the walls. Okay. Loot near Pillar of Death? Oh. Oh well. Alright. The other thing that you said was time sensitive was the library. A large rift tore Cadabras apart, dividing the city into two halves. Currently, there is no known way of crossing it. So I cannot get to the library right now. There's Gorm's mansion. Okay, so let's go to Market Square. After I fight this, I might just rest in the area that it leaves me in.
Do not waver.
You are today's sacrifice.
Calm down. Not dead yet.
What? Oh my god. I did not realize there was a dude with fireball.
This was not part of the plan.
Crap. Heal him before he burns.
Part of the plan.
Oh man, dude, there was an alchemist behind us, basically throwing grenades right on Muck's head. Alright. Oh, can I not rest here? Oh, there we go. Jeez. Alright. Squad members will prepare potions, cook meals during rest. Plus 14 to this guy's scouting. Dang. This is your current level of corruption. It has a growth with each day of rest. It has 3 levels of strength. It is advised to avoid the 3rd level of corruption. Different locations might have different corruption growth. Rest in safe location to remove all corruption. Is that like resting in an inn? I guess. All right. What the heck? Oh, I have to click it down there. Whoops. Alright. Camellia has a free spell slot. You should fill it before resting. I'm glad it told me that. Could just give her more heals. Spirit magic slots? I don't know what a spirit magic slot is. Oh, it's the golden one. Okay. All right, rest.
You had this funny look on your face back in Canabras when you were watching the poor little kids whose houses had been burnt to cinders. Were you missing the days when you weren't weighed down with armor? Back when you didn't take orders from nobody?
I do get sad sometimes when I see little kids and remember my childhood. Not because I miss the freedom of running wild in the slums, but because I remember my life before then. Before I became an orphan.
He's like, you look sad when you saw orphans running from burning buildings. Why? Corruption and nightmares. Nightmares and corruption prevent you from resting well. Corruption increases during rest at different rates in different areas. When your corruption reaches 1st, 2nd, or 3rd level, various negative effects are applied. There are 3 corruption levels in total. The higher the level, the more difficult it is to fight your battles. The character who is assigned the protective rituals role performs these rituals before the party goes to sleep, which reduces corruption gain. You can fully remove corruption in safe places. You'll discover these areas of respite as you progress through the game. In some locations, you may come across various holy artifacts. Cleansing them or interacting with them will allow you to partially remove your corruption level. Failed to weaken corruption, but succeeded at camouflage. But we still have a lot of people. Oh, wow. And we still have Death's Door on a few people. From that freaking pillar. Oh my god. Yeah, this is pretty rough. Alright, let's go to Market Square. It's crazy. So far, the biggest, like, hindrance to my journey, chat, was that pillar. That freaking pillar.
It is finished.
The enormous cracks appear after a magically induced earthquake struck land. What is going on? Alright, look at my keyboard. Do you see that strobing? So, when we fought the Demon Lord and it decapitated the dragon, the keyboard went like da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, they've hooked this game up in some weird way to Razer or not a Chroma keyboards. And right now in this area, the keyboard is like, oh, I should just strobe like crazy. These enormous cracks appeared after magically induced earthquakes struck the land.
Distract them from me.
None shall escape.
Why is this guy running? Oh my god. Okay. The demon possessed your keyboard. It's kind of annoying. It's not stopping. Like, if I had epilepsy, this would be a problem. Golden Signet.
Cut them to pieces!
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
I'll cut you wide open.
Did we get all that loot? The cart is laden with possessions looted from the surrounding houses.
Into the fray! The inheritor, guide my
The spirits
blade!
demand your blood.
Okay. You need lesser restoration for this? I don't think that's gonna help with that. Your character Woljeff landed a critical hit, having successfully confirmed it. Alright, yeah, I know what a crit is. Oh, wow.
That is not far.
Kaylessa? The elf hunched up next to you is clutching a small but deep puncture wound. Her appearance is quite remarkable. Her skin is blacker than any Garundi's, her teeth are fanged, and her hair is as gray as a crone's. Her crimson eyes glare at you with a gleam of malice. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? Ah, wow. I would have to roll almost I had to roll a 17 or higher. Who wounded you? She responds with a razor-sharp smile. Haven't you noticed? The city is burning. There's a battle going on. I was wounded by a cultist. I can heal you. She barks. Don't. I can handle it myself. I don't like it when strangers cast spells on me. As you wish. Who are you? Giving you a scrutinizing look, she says harshly, "There's no point in you knowing, soldier. Trust me. The answer would only bring you misfortune, and it still wouldn't be of any use. I'm a wanderer you would never meet again." Just so you guys, it's like, I could have just cast the heal anyway, but if she was a Dampier, that would have hurt her. It might have killed her. So I was like, alright, I shouldn't just force this. What's with your appearance? A demon's handiwork. Some shrieking spawn flew across the sky, raining corruption down upon us. I was caught in the attack. It's fine. It'll go away soon. Take a closer look. World 21. Failed. The elf may have fallen victim to some wicked magic, a curse maybe, or did her long service to the forces of darkness twist her appearance in a gruesome way. Alright. I have to go. My guts tell me it's time I was leaving too. It's dangerous to stay here. Farewell, soldier. Mercy kill? Well, no. The whole thing is, was that an enemy? It could have been an enemy unit, but I'm not sure, so I didn't kill her.
Our victory is certain.
You are today's sacrifice.
Nice. Okay. Alright. Do we conquer this area? Do we need to talk to them? They cry. Build a bridge out of debris?
Got it.
The divided city? Wait. We just did this in like 2 seconds? Oh my god, I'm like the Minecraft guy. Athletics across the rubble.
Save the last one for me.
The light take you.
Time to share your treasures.
How often can she cast Enlarge Person? 1 minute a level. That's gonna be one of my trump cards, is when I cast that on Shulk, she's gonna like, she'll have much more range and much more damage.
A calculated
Pay
risk.
attention.
Cover me, all right?
Why are their borders red? The ones that are red are at death's door. They were very wounded earlier, and I healed them, but they need a rest in the tavern. Like, if they get critically wounded again, they'd be deleted. Even the huge pile of drunk isn't enough to block out the exclamations coming from beneath. Reveal, O dearest darling beauty mine, why didst thou turn thy gaze on me, pray tell? Thy husband I called friend at time, but love 'tis like an ocean, friendship a well. But why less? How are we to live, my sweet? Booms a deep masculine voice in response from beneath the same pile. Pass me the ale, would you?
A new arrival.
Athletics, move the junk. The pile shifts easily, revealing an entrance to some kind of cellar. There's an interesting looking chest among the items. You receive some loot. Look, the door's open. Now we are completely at the mercy of whatever's up there, if it really is a demon. We have nothing to fear. We have the power of inspiration, after all. But hand me over my ladle and that rolling pin. Grandma Gretlin, the director. It's like a whole bunch of bards down there. Now look, it's not a demon at all. Greetings, kind friend and rescuer. I am Grandma Gretlin, theater director, and these are the members of my company. Granny, that's not a ladle, that's one of the props for the Malevolent Lich performance, the one Tina made. It's a scepter or something. She made it out of my ladle. She wanted to use a broom handle, and I put paid to that daft idea. Can you get somewhere safe? Don't worry on our account. We'll be going to our basement on the next street. That's where our lambkin is. We're not afraid of demons with lambkin around. Lambkin? Lambkin! Our male lead. He'll protect us. Don't worry. We know what we're doing. What were you doing down there? We were rehearsing. Our art distracts us from our fear and panic. She waves her ladle emphatically, doing a fair impression of a conductor. Really? When I'm scared, I eat. We tried that too, but our supplies ran out. But art! Oh! Art is eternal. I have to go. Thank you again for rescuing us, stranger. Today, you did a great service for Mendevian culture and perhaps the culture of all Galarian. You will certainly be remembered in the future eras as one who saved the critically and publicly acclaimed Next Door Theater. Oh, ghouls. Immunity conditions. Your enemy ghoul is immune to the condition frightened. Some creatures are immune to certain conditions. Okay. I don't know which of my people tried to cast frightened. So sweet it is to kill. We got fly boys. Oh, that's not fair. That was a 1v4 and he won. And he made 3 of them eat the other dude. Can we save him? Why did we just stand there and watch?
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Poor guy. His own friends wrecked him.
I am helpful, am I not?
As it should be.
Gray hair, ashen skin. What kind of foul magic could do this to a person? Oh! So these zombie guys had the same symptoms as that lady we saw earlier. Alright, I think I just looted this dead lady right in front of this person. A short hooded figure is poking about some bodies lying in the middle of the street. The stranger drags the first body off the road, respectfully props it up against a wall, and places the corpse's hands on its chest. The figure then freezes as if hesitating, and you see him reach out his hand toward the beautiful gold amulet hanging around the corpse's neck. He jerks his hand back, hesitates, and reaches out again. I mean... Chat, you may hate me for this. I'm of the opinion if they're dead, they're not using that stuff anymore. So I'm gonna say, who are you and what are you doing? The stranger almost jumps out of his skin and the hood falls from his head. Under a mop of red curls, a round halfling's face looks up at you. Oh, it's not a kid. Oh, phew, I thought you were demons. Good day to you, sir. Sela's eyebrows lift in apparent surprise. Curl? Is that you? The halfling looks at Sela and smiles broadly. Oh, Lady Sela, you're alive. Goodness me, that's the second bit of good news on an otherwise lousy day. What's the first bit of good news? Stick around and see for yourself. Sela, do you know this person? Meet Rimvey, better known as Curl. He hails from Canebris and fights in the Condemned. He's one of a kind, a rogue with a heart of gold. Sela smiles and adds a little more seriously. Curl is probably none of my business, but you should ask yourself if what you are about to do is right. Oh my god, Sela. The halfling's cheeks flush, and he hides his hands behind his back. I just thought... It doesn't matter. Can you tell me anything useful about what's going on? I'm afraid not, good sir. I just left the Defender's Heart. Before that, I was holed up in there, too scared to leave. Although spending all that time under Commander Irabeth's nose sure was something. She's a strict one. Whew. And when she gets antsy... Don't even start. I've had enough of her breathing down my neck to last me a lifetime. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't want to say this. This is the only option remaining. What are you doing here? Robbing corpses? No! Rimvey Curl may be a rogue, but he doesn't loot corpses. I just need to get these poor lads' bodies off the road. My friends and I are on a terribly important mission we need to get through. He is interrupted by the sound of wheels rolling on paving stones. A cart drawn by a sad little horse appears from around the corner. A pretty half-elf is driving it, and a young man in knight's armor is walking alongside. Even from a distance, you can see his tanned face and blue eyes shining brightly. The halfling straightens up. See? A terribly important and very heroic mission. My friends and I are saving a beer cart from the demons. But where has all the rum gone? Ellen of the Houndhearts. As he's speaking, the newcomer notices you, and the knight cries out in jubilation. Sela, I never thought I'd see you again. I thought you were headed to the main square, the center of the demon's attack. Janna Aldor. Oh, it's Janna. Haven't we been looking for Janna? Hello, friend. Glad to see you're all right. When we got separated by the crowd at the celebration, I knew right away something was wrong, and when demons appeared all of a sudden, I realized that was the reason why I'd been so anxious. But I couldn't find you among the dead in the square, so I kept my hopes up, and I was proved right. Sela's face lights up with joy. So you're the other bit of good news Carl was talking about. You and Janna are alive. Actually, by good news, I meant that we found the beer cart. Sir Ellen and Janna being alive amounts to a quarter of a bit of good news. Maybe half? A beer cart. How about sharing that? Let's see. Aren't there more important things to do in the city right now than saving other people's property? You're absolutely right. I only agreed to get the cart to the Defender's Heart because we found it just a stone's throw away. But as soon as we deliver the cart, I'm going to get back to searching for survivors. By the way, my name is Ellen. Sir Ellen of the Houndhearts. It's good to meet someone who survived the madness. Oh my god, we can tattle on Curl. How do you know Sela? I'll have that story till we're all back at Defender's Heart. You're going back there, aren't you? We'll have a reset toast or spoils. Alright, I have to go. So long. We're sure to meet again either in the city or at Defender's Heart. Sure you will. Come to the tavern, we'll celebrate the valiant rescue of this barrel together. Okay, well we found Janna. That was the thing. Uh-oh.
Run them through.